A little bit of glare, but we'll make it work. Hi there guys, if you're new here, my name's Cody and I have schizophrenia. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a unique, different video than what I would usually do. I'm going to be talking about a product I got that someone bought for me off of my Amazon wish list. I know I'm a little more dressed up than usual, but I got a package and it had a note from it, so I'm assuming someone bought something from my Amazon wish list. Oh my god. So these are Ray-Ban smart glasses. They have speakers by the ears, and then they also have cameras in the corner that you can use to record. I put these on my Amazon wish list kind of on a whim. I really didn't expect anyone to buy them for me. I'm really grateful someone did because I know they were not cheap. So thank you to that person. They didn't leave their name on the gift receipt, so I can't actually thank the person specifically. But the reason I was interested in getting these is I wanted to try them out as a new form of helping me identify whether or not I'm hallucinating. As a lot of you know, I have a technique where I use my phone to identify hallucinations. So I simply pull up the camera on my phone, and then I look through the camera to see if the person I'm seeing is also on the camera. And by doing that, I'm able to tell if the person I'm talking to is really there or not. Now, this has become a really effective tool. Obviously, it has its flaws, like when I'm trying to record someone who I think is a hallucination, but they're actually not. It's always a little awkward. But I wanted to try these glasses out specifically to see if using the recording feature made me feel any more comfortable for identifying hallucinations. I was able to use this once already, and it was in a situation where I couldn't tell if the person I was talking to was really there or not. I went back later and re-watched it and verified that the person was not there. When I do it on my phone, I know whether or not the person is there immediately, which sounds like it could be a good thing, but if I'm in public, identifying the hallucination isn't always helpful. It can make me very confused and frightened and irritable, so being able to go back and replay it helps me be able to verify that the person was or wasn't there and not create the stressful situation for myself when I recognize that the situation isn't really happening. So before I show you the video I took where I actually got to use these glasses in this way, and before I talk about more why I was interested in doing this and how I think it could be beneficial to people with schizophrenia or psychosis, I just want to remind you that this video is sponsored by Dope, and a portion of every purchase of Dope goes to help fund addiction recovery and mental health awareness efforts. Don't forget to use code DOPEHIPPIE at checkout for $5 off your first purchase. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, someone was nice enough to buy these for me, and I really wish they would have told me who they were so I could properly thank them. This is actually the case and the charger, and these here are the glasses. Now, like I said, there was a few features that I thought could be helpful for people with psychosis or schizophrenia. One of the reasons I always wear AirPods when I'm out in public, sometimes I need additional noise, so I'll listen to music and podcasts on my AirPods all the time. Because this has speakers, I am able to use this and still hear my surroundings a little bit better, which I thought was a really nice feature. Now, this is the clear lens version. I believe this has been mainly marketed as sunglasses. I'm more so here to tell you how I've been utilizing them as a person with schizophrenia. And then, of course, the main reason I got them was because they have cameras in the lenses. I'm using this more as a way to be able to record my hallucinations and then play them back later, so I don't have to deal with all the emotions that come up with identifying that I am in fact having hallucinations. Now, like I said, I have already been able to use these once. Now, like I said, I have been able to use these once for the intended purpose of why I bought them. A little context to this clip I'm about to show you. I was walking my dogs outside the apartment building we're currently living in. A gentleman approached me and it was being kind of rude. He was asking me questions, and right away I started questioning whether or not this person was really there. Now, everyone always wants to know how I'm able to differentiate between someone who's really there and a hallucination, and the answer is medication helps me a little bit, but also there's plenty of times where I do record people who are really there. I just don't show that footage for people's privacy. So in this scenario, I was right. The person that I was recording, in fact, wasn't there. So I recorded this on my glasses, and then as soon as I got inside with the dogs and settled in, I played it on my phone and realized that the person wasn't really there. So here's the clip just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What was that? I'm sorry, no I didn't. Okay. Alright, thank you. Did you need something else? Sir? Now, this clip has been shared all over social media. Of course, there's a lot of hateful comments. There's a lot of comments that just don't understand what's going on in this clip. People had a lot of questions like, one, why didn't I use my dogs as a way to identify that the person wasn't really there? That's a little bit of a tricky question because Luna is trained to identify hallucinations, but the only way she knows to do that is if I specifically command her to greet someone. And I refrain from doing that in public because not everyone likes dogs. I don't have a vest for her that labels her as a service dog, so not everyone's going to be okay with her approaching them. But also because I'm just used to utilizing her skills while I'm at home. I've never really used Luna to help me identify hallucinations in public. I primarily taught her so that while I'm home, if I'm having any concern or if I'm having any thought that the person I'm talking to isn't really there, then I can ask her to greet them for me. In this scenario, I'm going to be honest, it didn't even cross my mind to command her to greet this person. It's the other thing about having hallucinations. All my hallucinations come with a little bit of delusion, so critically thinking about stuff like that can be really difficult. Even like using my phone and now using these glasses is something that I basically have to make it like second nature. I have to make it a thing I always do if I'm ever even a little bit suspicious or curious. My phone, for example, has become such a useful technique for me that I don't even really think about it. I have recorded so many conversations with people who are actually there because there was a split second where I thought that that person could be a hallucination. A lot of people also thought it was staged. I get that anytime I post a video where I'm having hallucinations, people assume it's staged. And I think part of that is not a lot of people want to accept that the human brain can do that to someone, which is a lot of the comments I get. But also because it's something they're not familiar with. People don't understand schizophrenia as well as they think they do. And so that's why I post those videos, is to help better educate people and correct a lot of the stigma and misconceptions about schizophrenia. I did find this already really useful. I will say that personally, I have found it more effective to use my phone if I'm trying to immediately identify whether or not I'm having hallucinations. This was a scenario where I had to go back and re-watch the footage because it automatically uploads the footage to my phone. So while I was recording, I couldn't use my phone to verify. It did help after the fact, and I think that's also really important for someone who is medicated and getting treatment for schizophrenia, because any little tricks to better identify hallucination and help me differentiate between what's real and what's not is what makes my life so livable and so easy day to day. So I am going to continue wearing these, and I am going to continue giving you guys updates on these, but so far I've found them really, really useful for identifying hallucinations, having additional noise when I'm out in public. This probably won't be as effective of a tool for someone who is newly diagnosed, hasn't been through treatment, isn't on medication. I think the phone technique would be much more effective for someone in that position. I don't know. I thought this was a really cool idea. I still think this could help people with psychosis and schizophrenia. So let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. Let me know if you think this could be useful if you're someone who struggles with schizophrenia, or you know someone who struggles with schizophrenia or psychosis. I think there's a lot of really cool things that can be done with this technology. I'm really excited to update you guys in the future on how this technology works for me and helps me identify hallucinations. But thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to answer any questions down in the comments. I would love to answer any questions for you guys down in the comments. For those of you who didn't realize, I'm starting to do more and more YouTube lives. I love doing Q&As. It's something I want to start doing weekly. For a while I was doing it daily, but there's no way I'll be able to keep up with that. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and as always, my name is Cody. Don't worry, I'm real. Take it easy, guys.